yes ma'am to this makeup look today. Jesus, I thank you for the slay. Welcome back, you guys. It's been a while. I know, don't judge me, but it's a new year. It's 2019 and I'm bringing you guys videos. I surely am. I think my last video was 2014, 2015 when I filmed, and I just never got back on here. But I got a new camera. I got some products and reviews that I want to do. So thank you guys for your patience. I really, truly appreciate it. And I might do a get ready with me so I can catch you up on the last few years. But the video today is all about the new launch for Fenty Beauty. She launched some concealers and some powders, and ma'am, I am here for it. I am all the way here for it. So just to show you guys what I'll be reviewing today, I purchased 2 of the Pro Filt'r Instant Setting Powder in Banana and in Hazelnut. And then I also purchased her concealer in shade 330. And then I used the Pro Filt'r primer, the Pro Filt'r foundation, and her matchsticks to contour. So if you want to know my insight and how I feel about this, go ahead and stay tuned. And yeah, leave any comments below if you have any. Thanks guys, bye. Okay, so I have already completed my eyebrows and my eyes off camera just to make this a little bit faster. I'm gonna go ahead and use a color corrector, which is from MAC. Rihanna does have concealers that apparently can be used as color correcting, but I just thought I'll go ahead and use this. And this is MAC's Prep and Prime Highlighter in Peach Luster. And then I'm just gonna blend this out. So as I was doing this, I was debating whether or not I wanted to use Rihanna's foundation. The thing with her foundation is I have used and gone through a full bottle of 410, but the color is still off. So I went to Sephora yesterday while I was picking up these products and seeing she came out with 10 new shades with her foundation. So I believe she now has 50. And I was gonna see if one of them actually now match me perfectly. And unfortunately, no. They're still very, very red and they still oxidize. So I might just use a little bit of the sample. I got sample 385 and 390, but I might not use those depending on how bad they look. Because sometimes you can make it work with a color foundation, but sometimes you can't. Okay, so I went ahead and did that. I probably should have did this beforehand. This is Rihanna's Pro Filt'r primer. I do like this. So I'm just gonna use that in a couple of areas. And then let's get into this foundation. So this is color 390. I tried 385, but it was definitely too red still. So I'm gonna try a little bit of this and see. I got a little sample from Sephora. They wasn't about to get me. And then I'll just use my beauty blender. So this is 390, which last time I bought it, I bought 410. And I can't honestly remember what it looked like. But this, you can tell, it's still a little bit orange. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but in person, I can definitely see the difference, but we'll just make this work for the sake of this video. So, concealer. So this is the packaging for the Rihanna concealer. I went to Sephora and of course they had about 50 shades. I think it was 50 shades, I'm almost certain, laid out, and they were all gorgeous. There was a lot to choose from. From my understanding, the color of your foundation should coordinate with the concealer. However, the concealers are a bit lighter because they're meant to brighten underneath the eye. So I went ahead, like I said, I'm usually 410, but I tried 390 today, still doesn't work. And so for highlighting, I actually chose shade 330, and I'll go ahead and swatch this. So it is significantly lighter than my skin tone, which I'm glad I got, because now that I'm so red, I need to correct that. So and they give you, let me give you the ounces. They give you 8 milliliters, 0.2 fluid ounces, which is, I guess, very similar to the ColourPop as far as amount. I'm assuming, I really don't know, but, and it feels like the same consistency as the ColourPop concealer, maybe a little bit more watery. A lot of people were saying it was creamy. I guess I don't feel the creaminess of it. Okay. I don't know if I put too much, but we shall see. I'll go in with my beauty blender. So it's blending really nicely. So in my opinion, it's not as thick as the NARS Creamy Concealer. It's a little bit more fluid. And it melts into the skin. I like this. And it doesn't dry down fast, which is nice. At least what I'm noticing. Some concealers dry really fast, and this does not. And so again, this is shade 330, which looked bright at first, but the more you blend it in and then after you set it, I don't think it's going to be that bright of a highlight. So in my opinion, if whatever shade you are, go about 3 to 4 shades lighter. And sometimes you have to, because even the shades lighter than you have either pink or orange or another undertone under it. So that's why I had to go to 330, because some of the shades in between didn't look, they had too much of another color undertone. And when I like to highlight underneath my eyes, I definitely like it for it to have a yellow base, a golden base. All right, so there's concealer. So far so good. I did not get another concealer because I just wanted to use that one for the highlight. So I'm gonna go in with her stick, her matte stick, and this was in the shade Truffle to contour. I haven't used this in a while, but you can tell I did like it because I'm almost out. I only have any left. Going to take okay, so now that we're done highlighting and contouring, I'm going to go ahead and use the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Setting Powder. It is described as light as air setting, photo soft finish for all. It comes in a cute packaging such as this. And then it also has a little tray, which I'm sure is to help you with how much product you get. But let's open it up and see. Oh, it already has one in there. So I really don't know what this is for. Maybe it's an extra one. But from the reviews, I've seen a couple people use a different color, but I like banana when I went in. It was really velvety, soft. It kind of just blended into the skin, or at least my hand. Oh, a lot does come out, so don't shake. Yep, there goes some of my product. Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna go ahead and just blend this crease out. And we're just gonna use what I dropped on my dresser. So what I'm noticing is that you do get a little bit of creasing, however, it's hard to work. So once I think it sets, it should legit set. Let's see. Taking another dry beauty blender, and then, ooh. Okay, I don't know how I feel about this. Oh, the hair's coming out. Okay, so I went ahead and baked with this powder. I don't know how I feel about it. So what I usually use, I actually use Sacha Buttercup, and then I mix in RCMA because Sacha by itself is really yellow. But what I do, I'll show you. So I take Sacha Buttercup and then I mix it in with RCMA because this is too yellow, and this helps to tone that yellowness down, I guess. So this is what I typically use, and when I use these two together, it kind of just melts in my skin. It doesn't sit on top what this is doing, so I'm a little nervous, but we're gonna go ahead and bake and see what else happens. So I also bought the setting powder in hazelnut to set all over. So, and I usually don't do this, so Rihanna, you better come through because I spent 60 something bucks on both of these. Okay, so I'm gonna take my Tom Ford brush because that's usually what I use, and I'm just gonna set everywhere it's not my highlight. Well, that was a little bright. They should at least put like a sponge in here, like one of those pads for the powders, but I get it. They're trying to sell their brush. Okay. So I'm gonna zoom in. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's definitely starting to seep into my pores a little bit. Right through there. So that's an indication to me that it might be time to remove it, because usually it doesn't do that fast. So what I'm noticing is if you get a lighter concealer and then you set with that banana powder, it's going to take you up a shade or two. So this is definitely lighter than what I would do on a normal basis, but since I have some place to be, we can bear through this. Okay. Okay, not bad. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and contour. with powder or set my contour. I'm gonna go ahead and use my MAC. So what I like so far, and this is what I do with my clients and with myself. Sometimes when I'll apply powder, I'll go back over with my finger and kind of touch. If I feel any tackiness, that's how I know I need to apply more powder. With this, one swoop all over, I don't feel any. I feel maybe a teeny bit, but not as much as I would have if I was setting with that mineralized powder or something else. So I'm impressed by that. I feel like it's really probably gonna really set. So, and then let me do this off camera. I'm gonna apply some lips, some blush, and then come back to you guys with the overall review. All right, guys, so here is the finished look. I went ahead and added some blush and some lips. They are not Fenty, but if you wanna know what they are, just leave them in the comment below. But overall, I'm kind of impressed. I really like the powder so far and the concealer. In the last 20 minutes, I haven't noticed anything change, nothing oxidizing or any creasing underneath. So we will see. I have to go out. So I'll be out for about 3 to 4 hours, and if I have time and if I remember, I'll come back and film what it looks like after a few hours. So, but hopefully you guys liked. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the link below. Thanks, guys. Bye. All right, so it is now 10:52. I started my makeup at 3:30, probably started with my foundation around 4, so roughly 7 hours, maybe a little bit over that since the time I applied. So you can see of how it's holding up. I'm oily in the T-zones, which is kind of normal for me, and especially around the nose. But for the most part, I'm not creasing too much underneath the eye. So the concealer and the powder together work pretty well. Oh, excuse me. There is some interesting stuff going on at the side of my eye. I don't know if you can see that. But that could be either the foundation or the concealer. I would have to wear the concealer on its own with another foundation to see who the culprit is. But for the most part, I hold up pretty well. What I am going to do is touch up a teach with maybe this. So I've seen in other videos when you touch up, it looks like it's brand new pretty much. So let's see. I hate applying makeup because I'm about to go straight to sleep. It's almost 11 o'clock, way past my bedtime. But, so retouching with this stuff is pretty nice. I will not complain. It does instantly kind of absorb all that oil. So, I like it for retouching up too. Works really well. So, thank you guys for watching. I at least wanted to come back for that. If you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comment below.